All right, here we go. Welcome into Philadelphia Eagles Now by Chat Sports. Chase Sr. here with you. Howie Roseman has done it again, and that's why we're bringing you today's show. Some breaking news as the Eagles have bulked up that secondary and trading for a really good safety nickel hybrid. And the plan right now is to play Chauncey Gardner-Johnson more at safety following the release of Jaquiski Tartt yesterday and the release of Anthony Harris today. By the way, we'll be doing a later video as to all of the players that the Eagles cut. They did just release Devin Allen as well. The expectation maybe that he comes back to the practice squad. But the purpose of what we're talking about, this trade for Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, a phenomenal deal for Philadelphia considering they were in the market for a safety. That's by far and away the biggest weakness on this football team. And Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is a really good player. We'll break it all down, but first, some of the trade details, too, coming in from Ian Rappaport, Adam Schefter just moments ago, and this is why you subscribe to the channel. Breaking news goes down, and we cook up a video as soon as possible. But Rappaport broke the news just moments ago here on Tuesday morning that the Saints are trading Chauncey Gardner-Johnson to the Eagles, according to Tom Pelissero and Ian Rappaport. After extension talks broke down, the focus shifted from keeping Gardner-Johnson to trading him. Now Philadelphia lands a starter, and this is going to be your new starting safety. I think on the other side, it's going to be Marcus Epps. And for this Philadelphia Eagles defense, under defensive coordinator Johnathan Gannon, you're really set along the defensive line. You were able to bolster and build up your linebacking core. Finally, you have one of the best secondaries with Darius, James Bradberry, and now you add Gardner-Johnson to the mix. So this really makes sense for a couple of reasons, because you let go of Tartt, you let go of Anthony Harris, and following the release of Anthony Harris, who started 14 games for this defense last year, I thought, okay, is Howie Roseman at it again? Is he on the phone trying to wheel and deal for a really good caliber player? Because it doesn't make sense to go with the other internal options on this Eagles roster at that safety spot. Here is your answer. And here are the trade details, which goes to show you this is a steal. Basically, Philadelphia got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, a player, as we're about to show you and talk about, who has so much experience at nickel, at safety, for virtually nothing. The official trade details: Chauncey Gardner-Johnson to the Birds, as well as a 2025 7th-round pick in exchange for a 5th-round pick, and then the worst of the 6th-round pick for Philadelphia in 2024. And I can tell you right now, Philadelphia is absolutely going to love this guy for his work ethic, for his mentality, for his aggressiveness, for his swagger, and his confidence. He said during Madden ratings, I should be one of the highest graded defensive backs in the National Football League, is one of the best trash talkers also in the NFL, and supremely confident. As for what his role is going to be, early indications that he is primarily going to play safety. Now, he reminds me a little bit of Malcolm Jenkins from the versatile standpoint that he can play a little bit of nickel, you can send him home on a blitz, but also he's really good in coverage at nickel and at safety. He's not the tackler that Malcolm Jenkins was. He is not as physical as Jenkins was, who maybe one of the best safeties in the history of this franchise behind Brian Dawkins, but that slot safety role in Johnathan Gannon's scheme is certainly huge, and that's where he thrives. Now, because this is just a classic Howie Roseman move in terms of the value, in terms of this just being a highway robbery on I-95, I want everybody to get in the comment section right now and spam Howie, because Howie has done it again. More on CD Deuce, that's his nickname, by the way, an elite one at that. He's 24 years old, so still a really young player. Because the contract negotiations broke down with New Orleans, he's probably going to want a contract extension, and the Eagles probably make this move. And knowing that, solid size at 5'10", 210 pounds, played his college ball at Florida, where he was a 4th-round pick in 2019, solid speed, sub 4.5, 40-yard dash, was in the all-rookie team for the Pro Football Writers Association, and he's a pass breakup machine and very, very aggressive. Now, sometimes that hurts him, like Asante Samuel back in the day. Other times, it really benefits the defensive side of the ball. You take a look at what he was able to do last year. 46 total tackles, 7 pass breakups, a really good number, 2 sacks, 4 tackles for loss, and 4 quarterback hits. So when I said he kind of reminds me a little bit of Malcolm Jenkins, you can play him in the box, you can play him at nickel, you can put him out back at that safety spot if another team tries to take the top off of the defense. So his numbers last year really good. Honestly, his numbers back in 2020 may have been even better. More tackles at 63, more pass breakups at 11. Anytime you have multiple pass breakups, it's just really, really a solid number and a solid figure. 1 sack, 5 tackles for loss, and 4 quarterback hits. And when you canvass the landscape of this Eagles secondary now, I think they have one of the best secondaries in the NFL. And going into this morning, as early as a couple of hours ago, you couldn't have said that because of the huge question marks at that safety spot. But now, with James Bradberry, now with Darius, Avonte Maddox in the slot, and now you have Gardner-Johnson with a good linebacking core and a very good defensive line. With the addition of Brandon Graham coming back off of that Achilles, Eagles have one of the best secondaries in the NFL in today's pass-happy NFL, where that is extremely important. Now, at the end of the day, folks, this is why you subscribe. Fly, Eagles, fly right on down to that red subscribe button, because when breaking news happens, we're here to cover it. Now that we're doing these videos in-house with yours truly from the Chat Sports Studios in Dallas, Texas, you can count on more coverage, live watch parties, and live shows like we're going to try it out at the end of the week. Go Birds, hit that red sub button for the best, most interactive and informative Eagles news, rumors, and analysis coverage right here on the entire internet. As I said a little bit earlier, for Gardner-Johnson, entering the final year of his contract. So I think the Eagles complete this move knowing that they're probably going to have to pay him, and we know that Howie Roseman, very fiscally sound. And throughout his career, he's done a little bit of everything. 80 snaps at safety. It's going to be a little bit of a test for him, a little bit of a question mark because he hasn't always played there primarily. Mostly, he has played in the nickel with a little less than 1,400 snaps at that nickel spot. With defensive backs, with offensive linemen, I always appreciate the versatility because it makes you more valuable as a weapon. That's what he is able to bring to the table, CD Deuce. Now, before we continue to break this trade down and what it means for this Eagles defense, we have a great deal thanks to today's presenting sponsor, Fanatics. Season coming up right around the corner. Regular season begins on September 11th. We have a little break in action here. And it's a great opportunity for you to start really racking up your Eagles gear. And you can do so only if you plug in that link down below, getting this fresh t-shirt to my right by heading to chatsports.com/Eagles shirt. It is available on sale right now, limited time only for just $24.99. Awesome material, awesome look. I'll put that link in the comment section and the description of this video. Furthermore, this conversation continues because of the additions that the Eagles have made on the defensive side of the football. Offensively, obviously, they made a couple of splash acquisitions, most notably with A.J. Brown, but defensively, they needed to get better. And in my opinion, throughout this offseason, they have done just that. Take a look at what Howie Roseman has been able to do, adding to Johnathan Gannon's defense. Signed Hassan Reddick, really good pass rusher who can play edge, can play linebacker, and he's really come into his own. Shout out to Temple University, T for Temple U. James Bradberry, really good value deal as well. You trade for Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, basically not giving up anything in the process. Kyzir White led the Los Angeles Chargers in tackles last year. Now he adds to that linebacking core. You draft Jordan Davis, who is just a massive human being. Nakobe Dean, I think, is going to be a stud down the road if the medicals check out, and he can hold up physically because of his early diagnosing skills and range from sideline to sideline at that linebacker spot. And then you get back Brandon Graham coming off the edge, coming off that torn Achilles. So there you go right there, a bunch of really good defensive additions for this Eagles team, and I understand that for this team to reach their fullest capabilities and to tap into their fullest potential, Jalen Hurts has to take that next step. But even if Jalen Hurts struggles a little bit, you have a good complementary cast, offensively, defensively, to maybe make up for mediocre quarterback play, average quarterback play. Now, I do believe that Jalen Hurts is going to be able to take that step. You take a look at what the Eagles offense did last year, the adjustments that took place, and the fact that Jalen Hurts has gotten better and better every single year. I think he takes another big leap and maybe gets the bag and gets paid by the Philadelphia Eagles. But you're setting yourself up nicely here with just building up a really good roster from top to bottom for Philadelphia. Before we hop on out of here, I want you to grade the move. I don't know how you go anything other than A right now, but A, B, C, D, or F, let me know in the comment section. Also, you want to interact with me. Talk to me about this trade. Give me your thoughts. Hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at Chase_Senior. It's the same handle on both social media platforms. Love interacting with the Bird Gang. And another reminder, later on today, or if another big move happens, we're going to be pushing out multiple videos today with all of their roster cuts and then what this Eagles 53-man roster looks like, so stay tuned for that.